I didn't understand the grading policy.
The classroom projector isn't working.
How early should we arrive for the interview?
I'm unsure how to format the paper.
Did you sign up for the workshop?
The professor hasn't replied yet.
Is there a deadline to add classes?
The discussion section was cancelled.
Did you buy a gift for Emma's birthday yet?
Not yet. I've been thinking about it all week, but I still can't make up my mind.
Really? I thought you already knew what to get her.
I had a few ideas, but none of them felt right. I want to get her something special.
Well, she loves reading. Why not buy her a book?
I considered that, but I'm not sure what kind of books she likes these days.
That makes sense. Then maybe play it safe and get her a gift card for the bookstore. That way, she can choose what she wants.
That's actually a great idea. It's simple, but still thoughtful.
And it saves you from stressing over the choice.
True. Thanks. I think I've finally made up my mind. I can't find my student ID card anywhere, and I'm starting to panic.
Are you sure? Did you check your backpack and all your pockets?
Yeah, I checked everything twice. It's nowhere to be found.
When was the last time you used it?
This morning, I think. I used it to enter the library before class.
Maybe it'll turn up later. Sometimes things show up when you stop looking for them.
I hope so, but I needed to enter the dorm and borrow books. I can't really wait.
Then you should go to the student services office and request a replacement.
Do they charge for that?
Yes, but only a small fee.
That's good. I was worried it would be expensive.
I'd go today if I were you. The sooner you report it, the better.
You're right. I'll head there after class.
Listen to an announcement during a campus tour.
As we approach the west wing of the science building, please be aware that this section is under renovation. Access to the main laboratories will be restricted until mid-April. Classes scheduled in these labs have been temporarily moved to the north wing. Maps with updated classroom locations are available at the information desk. Listen to an announcement in a supermarket.
Attention shoppers, due to a temporary issue with our payment system, card transactions at self-checkout stations are currently unavailable. Please proceed to registers 3 through 8 for assisted checkout. Our technical team is working to resolve the issue as quickly as possible. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience.
Listen to part of a linguistics class.
Around the world, thousands of languages are spoken today, yet many are at risk of disappearing. Linguists estimate that a large percentage of the languages currently spoken may vanish within the next century. This often happens when younger generations stop learning their community's native language and instead adopt a more widely spoken one. Language loss affects more than communication. Languages often contain unique ways of understanding the world, including cultural knowledge, oral history, and traditional practices. When a language disappears, communities may lose important parts of their identity. To address this issue, language preservation programs have expanded. Some communities record elders speaking the language so future generations can study pronunciation and vocabulary. Others create digital dictionaries, educational apps, and school programs designed to encourage children to use the language in daily life. Still, preservation efforts face challenges. Reviving a language requires long-term commitment, community involvement, and sufficient resources. Some experts argue that documentation alone is not enough. A language truly survives only if people actively use it in everyday communication. As technology improves, preservation may become easier. However, the future of endangered languages will depend largely on whether younger generations choose to keep them alive.
Can I retake the quiz?
Where can I get tutoring for math?
Did you save me a seat?
I'm struggling with this research paper.
I'm not sure I can solve this problem.
I don't understand this feedback.
I forgot to save my work, and my computer crashed.
Are late submissions accepted?
Did you hand in your history paper yet? I just submitted mine a few minutes ago.
Not yet. I'm planning to go over mine one last time.
Seriously? I thought you finished it yesterday.
I did, more or less, but I'm still not fully satisfied with some of my arguments. A few paragraphs feel slightly repetitive.
Honestly, I doubt the professor will notice minor wording issues. Your papers are always strong.
Maybe, but I know myself. If I submit it now and later realize I missed something obvious, it'll bother me all week.
Fair point. The deadline is this afternoon at 3, isn't it?
Yes, I have plenty of time. I'll submit it right after my biology class.
You really do double-check everything. I wish I were that disciplined.
Exactly. Better safe than sorry.
That's hard to argue with. Maybe I should start doing the same.
Listen to an announcement in a medical clinic.
Good afternoon, patients. Due to an unexpected staffing shortage, we are currently operating with reduced capacity. As a result, wait times are significantly longer than usual, and patients with scheduled appointments should expect delays of approximately 30 to 45 minutes. Please be assured that all appointments will still be honored today. However, if this delay creates a scheduling conflict, we encourage you to speak with reception to discuss alternative appointment times. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience.
Listen to part of an agricultural science class.
As urban populations continue to grow, cities face increasing pressure to produce more food using limited land. One solution receiving significant attention is vertical farming. Unlike traditional agriculture, vertical farming involves growing crops in stacked layers inside controlled indoor environments. These systems often use artificial lighting, automated irrigation, and climate control to optimize plant growth. One major advantage of vertical farming is efficiency. Because crops are grown vertically, much more food can be produced in a smaller area. In addition, indoor systems reduce exposure to pests, decreasing the need for chemical pesticides. Water usage can also be significantly lower because irrigation systems recycle water instead of allowing it to evaporate or drain away. However, vertical farming has limitations. Operating these facilities can be expensive due to electricity costs, especially for lighting and temperature regulation. As a result, many vertical farms focus on high-value crops such as leafy greens rather than grains or fruit trees. Despite these challenges, researchers believe improvements in energy efficiency and automation may make vertical farming increasingly practical. In the future, such systems could help cities improve food security while reducing transportation costs and environmental impact.
Listen to part of a macroeconomics class.
Modern economies rely heavily on global supply chains, which are complex networks linking raw material suppliers, manufacturers, transportation infrastructure, distributors, and retailers across multiple regions. These systems allow companies to reduce costs and improve efficiency by sourcing components from wherever production is most economical. For instance, a single smartphone may contain semiconductors produced in one country, rare minerals extracted in another, and final assembly completed elsewhere. This interconnected structure offers clear economic advantages, but it also creates vulnerability. Because supply chains operate as tightly coordinated systems, disruption at one point can trigger consequences far beyond the original source of the problem. Natural disasters, labor shortages, port congestion, trade restrictions, and geopolitical tensions can all interrupt the movement of goods. In some cases, even a short-lived disruption at a major shipping hub can cause delays across entire industries. Recent global disruptions have made these weaknesses especially visible. Delayed shipments can lead to inventory shortages, rising operational costs, production slowdowns, and declining customer satisfaction. In response, many firms are reassessing long-standing strategies centered almost exclusively on efficiency. This has shifted attention toward resilience, the capacity of a system to absorb shocks and recover quickly. Increasingly, experts argue that minimizing costs should no longer be the sole objective. Future supply chains may be intentionally less cost-efficient in exchange for greater flexibility, redundancy, and long-term stability during periods of uncertainty.
I'm having trouble finding the conference room.
I forgot to bring my lunch today.
Do you know where I can scan these documents?
My car won't start this morning.
Do you mind holding the elevator for me?
Why is the train delayed?
I can't decide what to order.
I'm going to the grocery store after work.
Listen to a conversation.
I saw you with a new backpack yesterday.
Yeah, my old one finally broke after a few years.
That's too bad. Did you get the new one at the bookstore?
No, I bought it at a sporting goods store downtown. It was a lot cheaper there.
Nice. It looks pretty sturdy. How much did it cost?
Around $40.
That's not bad at all. Some backpacks cost twice that much.
I know, right?
Are you happy with it so far?
Definitely. It has plenty of space, and the straps are really comfortable.
Sounds like you got a good deal.
Yeah, I think it's good value for the money.
Listen to a conversation.
Why isn't the Wi-Fi working in this Starbucks?
I'm not sure. Their router might be down.
That's annoying. I really needed to finish my essay today.
Would you like me to go ask them what's going on?
No, that's okay. I'll try using my phone's hotspot instead.
That might do the trick.
Hopefully. I only have a couple more pages to write.
Well, if it doesn't work, we can always pack up and go somewhere else.
True. Next time, we'd probably be better off meeting at the library.
Yeah, that's a good idea. At least their internet is usually reliable.
Listen to an announcement in a residence hall.
Attention residents. Due to planned maintenance, the hot water supply will be shut off tomorrow between 6 a.m. and 1 p.m. Please plan your showers and laundry accordingly. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your cooperation. Listen to an announcement in a computer lab.
Starting this Saturday, all university computer labs will require students to log in using their university email accounts. This change is being made to improve security and prevent unauthorized use. If you have trouble accessing your account, please visit the IT help desk in the library.
Listen to part of an environmental science class.
Renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power are becoming increasingly important as countries look for ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and limit their dependence on fossil fuels. However, one major challenge associated with these energy sources is that they do not generate electricity consistently. Solar panels produce power only when sunlight is available, and wind turbines depend on weather conditions that can change unexpectedly. As a result, energy storage has become a critical area of research and development. Storage systems allow excess energy generated during periods of high production to be saved and used later, when demand is high or renewable sources are temporarily unavailable. One common solution involves large-scale battery facilities, which can store electricity and supply power to entire neighborhoods during peak usage periods. Scientists are also investigating alternative storage methods. For example, excess electricity can be used to pump water into elevated reservoirs, where it can later generate hydroelectric power. Another promising approach involves converting surplus energy into hydrogen fuel for future use. As storage technologies continue to improve, renewable energy is expected to become more reliable, efficient, and cost-effective. This could accelerate the transition toward cleaner and more sustainable energy systems worldwide. I'm thinking about taking a photography class.
Have you seen my keys anywhere?
I heard you're moving next month.
Do you want to join us for dinner tonight?
I need to finish this report by tomorrow.
The movie starts in 10 minutes.
The elevator seems crowded already.
I just started my new job, and I'm a little nervous.
Listen to a conversation.
What are you doing this weekend?
I was thinking of going hiking if the weather holds up.
That sounds fun. Do you have a particular trail in mind?
Yeah, there's a trail about an hour away by bus. The views from the top are well worth the effort.
Have you been there before?
No, but a friend of mine went last month and highly recommended it. He said it's a bit challenging, but nothing too difficult.
Are you going on your own?
Probably. A couple of friends were interested at first, but they backed out at the last minute.
Isn't it dangerous to go on your own though?
Not really. The trail is pretty popular. Plus, I'll let my family know where I'm going.
It's always better to be cautious.
For sure. Besides, I'll bring a fully charged phone and a portable charger, just in case.
Listen to an announcement in a classroom.
Before we begin today's lecture, I'd like to remind everyone that your midterm essays are due this Friday by 5 p.m. through the online submission portal. Unless you've already received approval due to exceptional circumstances, you should assume that the deadline is final. When uploading your essay, please verify that you've attached the correct file. Every semester, some students accidentally submit an earlier draft or the wrong document altogether. Also, keep in mind that the online system tends to be busiest shortly before the deadline, so I recommend submitting your work well in advance.
Listen to part of an astronomy class.
Thousands of satellites orbit Earth, providing services that people rely on every day, including communication, navigation, weather forecasting, and scientific research. However, not everything currently in orbit is operational. Over the past several decades, inactive satellites, discarded rocket components, and fragments from collisions have accumulated in space, creating what is known as space debris. One of the main concerns is that these objects travel at extremely high speeds, often several kilometers per second. As a result, even a relatively small piece of debris can damage a functioning satellite or spacecraft if a collision occurs. As more governments and private companies launch satellites into orbit, experts worry that the risk of collisions will continue to increase. To address this issue, scientists and engineers are developing a variety of solutions. These include tracking debris more accurately, designing satellites that safely re-enter Earth's atmosphere after completing their missions, and testing technologies capable of removing debris from orbit. Although these efforts can be expensive and technically challenging, many experts argue that they are necessary. Without effective debris management, future space missions and satellite-based services could face growing risks and operational difficulties.
Listen to part of an earth science class.
The water cycle is a complex natural process that continuously circulates water between the Earth's surface, the atmosphere, and underground reservoirs. It begins with evaporation, during which solar energy causes water from oceans, lakes, and other bodies of water to change into vapor. Plants also contribute through a process known as transpiration, releasing moisture into the atmosphere through their leaves. As water vapor rises, it cools and condenses into tiny droplets, eventually forming clouds. Under suitable atmospheric conditions, these droplets combine and fall to the Earth's surface as precipitation, including rain, snow, or hail. Once precipitation reaches the ground, some water flows into rivers and lakes, while some infiltrates the soil and replenishes underground aquifers. The water cycle plays a crucial role in regulating climate, distributing freshwater resources, and sustaining ecosystems. However, human activities can alter natural water flows. For example, urban development often replaces permeable surfaces with concrete, reducing groundwater recharge and increasing surface runoff. In addition, deforestation can affect regional rainfall patterns by decreasing the amount of moisture released into the atmosphere. For these reasons, understanding the water cycle is essential for effective environmental management and long-term water security.